What's up guys, Just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a daily dose of transfer gossip, and today is going to be Tuesday the 30th of May. And we've got some very good rumours to get through in this video guys, so before we get started, as always, if you can show support by smashing a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes to target and you smashed it every single day so far. And a massive thank you for that. The support lately has been absolutely unreal. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and also a little notifications bell next to it. You click that and you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. And the question for today's comment section is going to be, what player do you think was the worst transfer from last summer? And finally, if you missed my previous video, down below in the description box. But let's jump into the confirmed section for today's video. And the first one is going to be to do this man right here, Marc-Andre ter Stegen from Barcelona. And today, he signed a new contract until 2022. It includes a €180 million release clause, which is absolutely insane. But remember, for Barca, I'm pretty sure every single player that signs a new deal has got some kind of ludicrous release clause in there. I think Busquets, Rafinha, players like that will have it also. Now we go on to Kevin Strootman, also signing a new deal this time for Roma, again until 2022. So a 5-year contract for both players, but now we know the official new manager for Barcelona, and that man is going to be Valverde. I'm not sure how he says his name correctly just yet, but he's a former Bilbao manager. I believe he also used to play for Barca. I did say in yesterday's video I wasn't sure when Barca would announce a new manager, but it turns out they're doing it today. They also revealed their new kit, and it looks pretty nice. But now let's move on to potential deals, and the very first player is going to be Franck Kessie, current player for Atalanta, and according to multiple sources in Italy today, Franck Kessie will have his medical today with Milan and become a Milan player, done deal, confirmed for €28 million from Atalanta. There were a lot of reports back in January saying he could be on his way to someone like Chelsea and Manchester United, but apparently Milan have got there ahead of everyone, and they're definitely in a rebuilding process now, so Kessie, it's a very good first step to doing so. I personally haven't watched too much of him, but what I have done is been very, very impressive, and of course people that watch the Serie A, they know how much potential he does have. And now according to Sky sources, Rangers are in talks with Mexican side Guadalajara over the potential transfer of Mexico international midfielder Carlos Peña. He's played 19 times for his country and also played at 2014 World Cup, and if he was to move to Ibrox, a work permit would be required. And this could well be because the new Rangers manager has contacts within the Mexican League after managing there for 2 seasons at Santos Laguna from 2013 to 2015. And I'm trying to work out, is that the same Mexican midfielder that was back on like FIFA 15 or FIFA 14? And his real life nickname was something to do with Rude Hullet. I'm not sure if it was, but it may well be him. Next up, we move on to Theo Hernandez, a fantastic team season most consistent silver card this year, then to Real Madrid again. Although Barca did win the Copa del Rey on Saturday against Alaves 3-1, Real Madrid were quite happy with the outcome. Due to performances of Theo Hernandez and Marcus Llorente, the latter will return to Bernabeu after his loan deal, but Hernandez is set to confirm his move from Atletico Madrid to Real in the coming weeks. And the 19-year-old left-back did score the only goal for Alaves in the final. In fact, it was a very, very nice free kick, I believe it was, with his left foot. And that one is according to AS. Now we move on to Martin Braithwaite, the Danish striker. According to Kicker today, he's linked to a summer move to West Ham United and Southampton, but Toulouse striker Braithwaite is also a target for FC Cologne in the Bundesliga. The two clubs have spoken about a possible deal. They wanted to partner with French striker Anthony Modeste, not to replace him. And now we move on to Yaya Toure, who right now is potentially going to be a free agent at the end of June. But according to Sky today, City have started talks with Yaya Toure's agent about a new deal. Talks are going well, both parties hope for a deal can be agreed very quickly. And if you go back a year or so, Yaya Toure was in an awful position with Man City, but in particular with Pep Guardiola, because his agent wasn't really getting into the good books of Pep Guardiola, and Yaya eventually, he broke into the team and done quite well for himself. And Man City fans, do you want Yaya Toure to stay at the club, or would you rather replace him with someone younger and on a lower contract? And now we go on to a player that's apparently dubbed the Turkish Dibala, according to Radiosport today. Tottenham have reportedly beaten Manchester United to the signing of the Turkish Dibala under, according to the Turkish radio station. The 19-year-old forward who currently plays for Turkish Super League side Basaksehir has scored 9 goals and assisted 7 in all competitions in 2016-17 campaign. Now honestly, I can't give my personal opinion on it because I've never seen him play. I'm not really sure what type of player he is, but to be fair, if he's dubbed the Turkish Dibala, he must have something special about him. Now we go on to Ruben Semedo. Yesterday he was linked to Southampton, and according to Ojogo today, he's linked to Newcastle United. says Newcastle made a €15 million bid for Sporting central defender Ruben Semedo. The club are reportedly holding out for around €20 million, but the player's desire to join the Premier League club could also be enough to get a deal over the line. And for FIFA 18, that could be quite a cheap option to have in like a start team for the Premier League maybe. Decent pace, very strong, and okay defending. Next player is going to be Alito, who, to be honest, it hasn't really worked out for him at Man City. He joined them a year ago and hasn't really played too much. The article says that Alito wants to leave the Etihad after just one season. He doesn't care how it happens, be it a free transfer or whatever, he just wants to join a new club. Some reports in Spain say he could be linked to a move to Atletico Madrid or somewhere like Celta Vigo, but right now, Sport just say he wants to leave City and wants to go back to Spain. Now we move on to the next player, that is Conrad, an Austrian centre midfielder, into Leipzig today. According to various different sources today, Red Bull Salzburg central midfielder Lema will sign a contract at Red Bull Leipzig. He has an €8 million release clause in his current contract. And let's face it, players going from Salzburg to join Leipzig, it really isn't too uncommon nowadays, especially because of the Red Bull partnership. Now we move on to Wojciech Szczesny. He's still owned by Arsenal, but has been out on loan to Roma for the last couple of years. According to Il Mattino today, Szczesny will leave Arsenal this summer and join Napoli on a 3-year deal. The goalkeeper has impressed while out on loan at Roma, helping the club to the second place finish in the Serie A. With Szczesny's representatives meeting with Napoli last month, although an agreement between the two clubs is yet to be reached. And now a player that's heavily linked to Manchester United last summer, Hirving Lozano. According to various different sources today in Spain, the Mexican winger is close to joining Celta Vigo in Spain from Pachuca in a €12 million deal. When he was linked to Manchester United, I actually watched a few videos about him. I sort of already seen of him, although he may have been playing at the Olympics last summer, although I could well be wrong there. Next player is going to be Douglas Costa of Bayern, linked to Paris Saint-Germain today, according to Gianluca Damasio. The League side PSG are interested in signing the Bayern winger, again according to Damasio, although Juventus are also pushing for the Brazilian in a major way and hope to convince him to join the Serie A this summer. And he definitely doesn't seem happy that lack of game time right now at Bayern, so he'll probably try and force a move. And I don't think Bayern will be too reluctant to sell him either, because they'll get a lot of money in for him and they'll be able to use that elsewhere. And if he does go to PSG or Juventus, I imagine he'll do very well for himself whatever club he goes to. Now we go on to Ander Herrera and to Barca yet again. The new Barca manager Valverde wants to sign ex-player Ander Herrera according to the Telegraph, but United's player of the season is in no rush to leave the club. Herrera's deal runs out in 1 year, with an option available to United to extend it for a further year. Extension talks should happen very soon. And the Manchester Evening News carries on by saying he'll snub any approach from Barca to lure him to the Camp Nou this summer, as he wants to stay with United. And now another Spaniard currently playing in the Premier League, and that is going to Lucas Perez of Arsenal. According to AS today, Sevilla want to sign him. The fee is apparently £17 million, which I think is not too much off what Arsenal paid last summer to get from Deportivo La Coruña. He scored 17 goals for them last season, or the 2015-16 campaign, just before joining Arsenal last summer, and it does say the £17 million is in fact his release clause. And one thing about Lucas Perez is the fact that when he was playing, I thought he was pretty damn impressive, scoring a lot of goals for them, a very good goal to minute ratio, but the minutes were very far and few between. In fact, he only started 2 league games for Arsenal last season. I definitely think he should have featured more for Arsenal, but he may do next season in the Europa League maybe. Now we go on to Pierre Emerick Aubameyang into PSG again. Sky in Germany are also reporting that star forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will hold talks with the Borussia Dortmund hierarchy this week. The Gabon international is expected to leave the third-place Bundesliga club to join one of Europe's elite this summer. PSG are reportedly interested in signing the 27-year-old, but no fee has been mentioned as of yet. I'm not sure what this really means for Edinson Cavani, because this season, the one just gone, I think it was his best return ever for the amount of goals he scored. So if Aubameyang does come in, would he be a striker alongside Cavani, or will Cavani be moved out wide again? And it does seem that Dortmund this summer will be looking for a new striker and also a new manager. Now we move on to the second last one today, that is Leonardo Bonucci of Juventus. Man City and Pep Guardiola are currently in the market for a centre-back, and Juve's Bonucci is his first choice signing according to the Times. The Spaniard is set for a huge overhaul for his squad this summer, but Man City's weak defence said to receive plenty of attention, and they've already signed quite a big name already this summer in Bernardo Silva in the attack. Edison, the goalkeeper from Benfica, is set to follow in the next couple of days, and Bonucci, he may not be too far behind potentially. And that would be one hell of a signing, also cost a lot of money. The final one today is Gareth Bale into Manchester United. According to Mundo Deportivo, Manchester United are hoping that Gareth Bale doesn't make Real Madrid's starting 11 or starting lineup for the Champions League final. They believe if the Welshman doesn't make the 11, they have a better chance of seeing his transfer this summer. And there are a lot of reports saying United are currently wanting 4 top signings this summer, alongside some other squad players. So I imagine Griezmann, Bale, I don't know who the other 2 are. But it does look like I'll be spending a lot of money this summer alongside Manchester City, guys. But that is going to be the end of this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. Again, 1,000 likes is today's target. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content. Also, click the little icon next to it and be notified whenever I upload a video. And if you missed yesterday's video, down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next time.